From Texas to Taiwan, welcome fellow fans of Clash of Clans from around the world. It is your host Galadon, so excited to be bringing you more Clash of Clans content, epic Town Hall 15 battles, and yes, taking a look at some of the recent upper echelon attacks by the pros, Champion 1, and in recent tournaments. I've noticed there is one troop that I feel is underused by the average player, the most underrated troop in the game, and nearly every pro is using it. Perhaps this is a troop that all of us should be using, just like all of you should be using a creator code before you make a purchase in Clash of Clans or any Supercell game. My personal favorite code is, well, it happens to be my name, but remember, it's more important to use somebody's creator code. Please remember to put something in there that works because it's free money from Supercell and it doesn't cost you a penny. Okay, so have you guessed what the most underrated troop in the game, in my opinion, is? Okay, well, it's gonna be the Ice Golem. Okay, yes, that's right, the Ice Golem. I'm telling you right now, this troop is just, think of it as a free freeze spell, right? If you're a relatively good player and you can funnel your Ice Golem, guide it into the core like Ricky Rez is doing here for Tribe, you're going to get that huge, monstrous free freeze spell when the golems go down. In this case, he's brought two. Look at the range on this thing. It is a freeze spell and a half, reached all the way over to the monolith, which is now about to become, that's right, the Gonolith. And on the way to the core, look at this again. The second Ice Golem goes down. It's beautiful when it goes off well. Again, it's a little bit of high risk, high reward in that you're sacrificing a lot of housing space, 15 for an Ice Golem, in order to try to get its freeze to go off just when you need it most. When it does though, absolute poetry, high value, saving you the spell space. You're gonna probably bring other free spells anyway, and I don't know, it's just, I think, the troop that more of us should consider using, especially in any ground attack. It doesn't have to be Super Bowlers, it could be Electro Titans, it could be Mass Hogs, Hog Hybrid, Super P.E.K.K.A. Bowler, Double Witch, Reverse Osmosis. That's a really advanced attack I'll cover in a future episode. But what I'm saying is, it works for anything. Even air attacks can utilize the Ice Golem because it's going to help out your heroes. So that's it. Let's all use Ice Golems. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Right? No, wait. Oh, don't go away yet. No, we've got way more exciting action. Okay, let's be honest. A lot of people have already checked out. They just wanted to see what the troop was, and then they left. Now it's kind of getting a little more intimate in here. It's the true Galafam sticking around that are going to hang out. Are you one of those people? Now is probably a good time to ask, are you one of those key viewers that sticks around until the end of every episode? And if so, why? I'm curious. I mean, some do it out of guilt. Others do it out of boredom. Some do it because they like Peter's $17. Others do it because they dislike Peter's $17. And some just forget to click off and the video rolls off to the end. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just actually kind of curious and doing a little bit of market research to find out why the heck are you still here? No, okay, hold on. I know why you're here. You want to see more epic Ice Golem usage? You're like, Galadon, you told me how epically strong this troop is, how underrated it is. Now show me some other examples of how to get value from it. So let's go. Let's watch Jojo YOLO 23 from Tribe in a recent CWL matchup using the Ice Golems once again with Super Bowlers. Now this probably could have been a Super Bowler episode, but you know, perhaps we'll squeeze one of those in soon as well, because yeah, Super Bowlers super strong right now, but even stronger when leading the charge is the Ice Golem. Right here you see a beautiful funnel completed by the Barbarian King, and notice the Ice Golems with a big lead. They get out in front of the heroes, in front of the Super Bowlers, in front of the loons, and oh, come on. Look at that beautiful freeze right there. You gotta love it. I mean, that is freezing so much wider of a radius than a freeze spell would. You're grabbing all the way out to that Inferno Tower and the builder huts that were out there, and the units rolling right into the middle right here. And you know there's another freeze coming up, right? There's still an Ice Golem in there somewhere. And sure enough, it lasts long enough to freeze the entire core of the base. And again, the value, the amount of DPS prevented by that is going to outreach anything else you could possibly do. A heal, a freeze, any sort of ability. I'm telling you right now, the Ice Golem, squeeze it into your army. pretty much any army can use one or two, as we've seen here today. And that's about it for the rest of this attack, because now we just have to sit around and talk to ourselves until we can get to the end, right? Because we saw what we came to see. So what do you want to talk about? I don't know. I'm just being honest with you guys. Sometimes I run out of things to say. I'm like, oh, look at this. He's cleaning up garbage buildings. Oh yeah, he's gonna 3-star. Can the last 20 seconds just roll off the clock, please, so we can get on to the next attack? And, okay, we're getting there. And look, see, I complained about talking to the end of the attack, and by doing that, we talked to the end of the attack, and we accomplished our goal. Okay, let's move on to another attack and watch another ice golem or two from Stefan. And again, watch the army. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Galadon, isn't it maybe only super bowlers that are utilizing the ice golems? Or maybe, Galadon, you were just lazy and didn't go out and pick a wide enough variety of attack replays to show us? That's possible. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just telling you that I promise there's lots of other uses for the ice golems, and it's only now that I've compiled the footage and made this recording that I realized that they were all super bowler replays. And no, the super bowler is not the most underrated troop, because lots of people know how strong it is. And as you can see, it has become a significant part of the new Town Hall 15 meta. But here's the thing, I am always open to constructive criticism. If there's another troop you think is more underrated than the Ice Golem, let me know. I know there's a lot of useless troops out there right now. We've got some troops that don't get nearly enough use. I hate to see the Valkyrie come and go. She was so strong, so weak, so strong a second time. Now she's pretty much gone. You hardly see her used at all. Even the Electro Titan is going to be used more than the Valkyrie. And okay, let's just watch this, because this was one of my favorite replays. That first Ice Golem went off way too early, obviously, but watch the second Ice Golem, and this is a huge key to why the Ice Golem is so valuable and so underrated. Remember, it casts that freeze spell when it perishes, right? Well, what about if it gets flung off the map by, say, a Springtrap? You guessed it, that's right, there is no way to avoid that freeze, and right there, as the Ice Golem goes flying. Now, that obviously wasn't a high value freeze, it only grabbed maybe 2 defenses, but just showing the mechanic of the fact that if the Ice Golem gets flung, it still lands that freeze spell out in the middle of the base, wherever it goes, and that is huge value. It's kind of like the Super Wall Breaker in that there's no way to not have it do its duty, right? You get the point. Now I'm thinking, what about a Super Ice Golem? What the heck kind of mechanic could a Super Ice Golem have? Actually, any ideas? Let me know in the comments, because it's one of those troops that I feel like, how do you possibly create a Super Ice Golem? You make it the size of a golem, and it maybe breaks into Super Ice Golemites like a golem does, but then how many housing space does something like that have to be? At least 45. And then, is that too costly in housing space to fit into an average attack? I'm not sure. This is going to be one of those troops that's really difficult to create a super version. I mean, what about a Super Hog Rider? How do you make a Super Hog Rider without making it break the game? These are the questions that keep me up at night, and I'm hoping you guys down in the comments, besides commenting on Al Gore's dance moves, the algorithm, that you guys get a chance to maybe leave me comments about future Super Troop ideas. I think that's a great video idea right there, actually, as well. So, hey, wait, that's it. Thank you. Galafam, this is the end. And you made it all the way, so thank you so much. You know I love you. Get out there. Make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, the most underrated item in Clash of Clans, is the gym box. Don't forget, I'm still waiting for mine.